Hello everyone, welcome to the Christian Social Justice series. Social justice isn't just a trend, it is a reflection of God's heart. As followers of Jesus, we are called to stand up to those who are hurting by showing them love and acting boldly. The scripture guides us to live justly. Scripture tells us to love, show mercy, and walk humbly with our God. Jesus' teachings and actions address social justice. His ministry involved compassion for the poor and oppressed. During Jesus' ministry on earth, he demonstrated his concern for the material and spiritual well-being of the poor and oppressed in the society. We can see that in passages like in the Sermon of the Mount, in Matthew chapter 5, where Jesus said, "Blessed are the poor in the spirit." And in Luke chapter 4, verse 18, proclaiming the good news to the poor. So, poor in the spirit in this sense is a spiritual poverty. And that is the foundation for receiving God's kingdom. And that demonstrates Jesus' concern for the marginalized. Jesus used his actions to set example and standard for the church to follow. He healed the sick, he fed the hungry, and all this shows social justice in action. It shows social justice, shows compassion, it shows mercy. But what is social justice in Christianity? That's a question many people are asking. We have heard a lot about social justice online, but do we really know how it connects to our faith? How does social justice connect to your faith? Some people will say it is true that Jesus cared about people, but is that same as justice? That's a great question. In Christianity, social justice means standing up for fairness, standing up for dignity, standing up for love, especially for those who are hurting, especially for those who are left out. Think of Jesus healing the sick, feeding the hungry, and welcoming outsiders. That is justice in action. So it's not just about being nice. It's about changing things, changing situation of people, making people feel belonged. Like making sure everyone gets treated fairly. What do you think that God requires of you? I mean, from all of us. God requires us to act justly. God requires us to love, to show mercy, and to walk humbly with him. That is our mission. So this week, let's look around our community. Let's find some people. Let's find one person who needs a voice. One person who needs help. Let's start small. Justice begins with love in action. The book of Micah chapter 6, verse 8, it says, "He has shown you, O mortal man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with our God." Justice isn't just a curse. It is a calling. It is the heartbeat of heaven. The heartbeat of heaven echoing through your hands, through your voice, and through your choices, the choices you make. You were made for more than comfort. You were made to stand in the gap for people. You were made to lift up the brokenhearted, to speak truth in love, to speak truth to power, to caution them when they are doing something wrong. When you choose justice, you reflect the face of Christ to a hurting world. So rise up, all of you believers, rise up everybody. Let your faith be fierce. Let your love be loud. Let your life be a light in the shadows. Because justice isn't a trend, it's a way of the kingdom. Go out there and act. Act justly, love deeply, walk boldly. The world is waiting. Shalom.